Jai Baba. I'm going to read a few passages from the words of Baba. This first one comes from the perpetual calendar that the Bombay group put out. Love for the Master naturally becomes a central power in the life of the aspirant because he knows the Master to be an embodiment and representation of infinite God. All his thoughts and aspirations, therefore, come to be woven around the personality of the Master. The Master thus has unquestioned supremacy among the claims recognized by the aspirant. And it is through this supremacy that the Master becomes the focal point for the radiation of spiritual forces, which dispel all darkness, pluck out the sins of the heart, and initiate the aspirant into a life of freedom and truth consciousness. The fundamental requisite for the candidate who would be a true disciple is an unquestioning love for the Master. All the other streams of love ultimately join this great river of love for the Master and disappear in it. The Master is the divine beloved, and when the disciple meets his Master, all that he has to do is to love him. For if the disciple loves the Master out of the fullness of his heart, his final union with him is assured. And I'm going to read a couple things from Meher Baba Calling. Have complete faith in me. If you have rock-like faith in God and flame-like love for him, nothing in this world will affect you. Misery will not trouble you. Flattery will not touch you. Happiness will not humor you. Such faith and love will cause you to rise above the imaginary phenomenon and make you understand that God alone is real. Trust God completely, and he will solve all your difficulties. Faithfully leave everything to him, and he will see to everything. Love God sincerely, and he will reveal himself to you. This love needs no ceremonies and show. Your heart must love so that even your mind is not aware of it. The way and the goal. I am the way. I am the goal. I authoritatively say, I am the Ancient One. If you love me with all your heart, then you will be made free eternally. I am the ocean of love. I am the only lover. I am the only beloved. I am love. And now, 12 poems that I've written over the last month. Last stars. Last stars dimly twinkling, fading, eyes opening. I rise like the morning sun. All that I love residing within me. Oneness with the elements without me. Begin again. Continue on. Proceed forth. Impressions form. Day takes shape. Memory reasserts. Focus sharpening. I fold my hands and look into your eyes. Where does time go? What passes between us? The repetitious thrum of the nucleus, the heart beating and beating, pulsing, pounding, fluttering, throbbing. I will stand before you until the world falls into nothingness. The constellations and galaxies collapse upon themselves. I open and close my eyes the final time. The luminance of every star-studded moment. The luminance of every star-studded sky. The interstices of each golden moment. The pantomime and panorama of time. There is an ecstasy I cannot describe. Memory and forgetfulness. Before I forget everything I once remembered, fashion a necklace of stars around my neck, an icon of time together, a gift of our togetherness. Once I yearned for order. You came into my life and everything turned upside down. I saw life as if from another room, the world reduced and shrinking away. It is not the end of the world, a friend once said, but it might as well have been. You replacing whatever I once yearned for, the fog of the world, dissipating, dissolving, disappearing. What is a night sky without stars? What is the price of this forgetfulness? You will be with me until I can't find the word I am looking for. One night long ago, after reading God Speaks for the 15th time, I desired to go consciously into the beyond beyond, bypassing all the traditional lanes and bylanes to sleep. Before my daily consciousness extinguished, I traveled down a cone, a tunnel, a cornucopia. 2 diamonds appeared at the end of the passage. Your hair blowing, the diamonds, the stars in your eyes. I want to say something about that for a minute. Baba says to read God Speaks until it's singing in your veins. Chris, your father was part of our God Speaks meeting. Probably was part of the first 6 readings, 7 readings. I had this thought one day, call it what you want, a desire, a curiosity. You know, we all go to sleep at night, and the next thing you know, we're asleep. You know, what happens? How do we get there? I had this curiosity, and so I was watching myself go to sleep consciously as my daily consciousness was extinguishing. I was, as they say, you drift off to sleep. But in this case, what I saw as I was trying to stay as conscious as I could with my daily consciousness as I was going into sleep. And I happened to see this tunnel, which was like a cornucopia. It was like a spiral, and I was going down the tunnel. And at the end of the tunnel, I saw 2 diamonds. And I had to hold on to my daily consciousness because I just wanted to go to sleep. There was a feeling of motion, of going into sleep. And after a while, the diamonds became a face, and it was Baba's face. And Bob was there with his hair blowing behind him, this beautiful face. And as I got closer and closer, it was everything I could do to stay awake. And I saw Bob with his arms outstretched, and then that was it, went to sleep. So just today, I wanted to just, for some kind of clarity about sleep, I found this book, which I hadn't read in many, many years, called The Secret of Sleep, subtitled The Mystery of Man's Relation with God. I like that subtitle. And I just did, I don't want to call it a fall, but I just opened up the book to look for some guidance maybe today for having written this, And I read this one paragraph. Sleep does confer positive benefit due to the fact that the separate I consciousness is in complete abeyance during deep sleep. The individual soul is an actual union with the infinite self. When sleep is dreamless, the individual soul is resting in the undisturbed tranquility of the most original beyond state of God. But inasmuch as sleep is a submergence of consciousness into oblivion, it does not bestow upon the soul the conscious realization of the truth that the soul will eventually experience when consciousness is freed of all impressions, good as well as bad. So this had meaning to me. I just happened to read it today. Because sometimes I ask myself, why did I write this? With every step, morning comes, testing my legs. Doctor said severely arthritic. I stand gingerly and walk. Wash face while looking at your photo. Where will we go today, beloved? Spending too much time in my favorite chair. The cushions arranged practically and artfully. Anita removing obstacles to my well-being. Growing old now. Haven't said this before. Having conversations with friends. We are forgetting more and more, stopping sometimes in the middle of sentences. You are my constant, my anchor. Brushing my teeth, a memory moves me. A smile comes as I stare into the past. Suddenly, I am at the Pune Zoo. Your brother shouts, Jai Baba Sumitra. The old elephant salutes, raising her trunk. A big tear rolls slowly from her left eye. A small tear falls from my right eye. Finished dressing, I walk to the stairs, slowly descending, holding the banister, ever mindful where each tread is. I take your name with every step. Reaching the bottom, touching your feet in a photo of you ever present, I put on my game day face and watch the show as it unfolds. Why speak about this? Why speak about this? My friends and I remain mum on the matter, though sometimes we skate as if on thin ice. We skate the perimeter in circles. We talk about something so protected, so encased, like a shrine with the heart at its center. My friends, my companions look down at such moments. Our eyes are cloaked in this shared secret. How can one speak about the beloved? Language is a shortcoming. The heart is above it all. We measure distance, with the beating heart. Our grief cannot be told. Inside our longing is a garden, verdant with yearning, blossoming with pain. The lover keeps a smile on his face, his countenance blooming for the beloved. We come to this place again and again, our tears our companions. There are no dry eyes among us. The desert produces our daily sustenance. We call you like the wind rustling the trees, like the breeze fluttering the flowers, the echo reverberating throughout nature. We wait upon our knees for your reply. I look to you. Where do these words come from? Sometimes a trickle, a stream, a rushing river. How do they assemble themselves? The motion, the rhythm, the music. Let it flow. Keep on writing, friends say. I look at my pen and paper. I never know what will come of it. The beginning established, the middle unfolding. I look to you, and you give me direction. I look to you, and my pen moves. I look to you, and light fills the room. I look to you, and a poem takes wing. The words for your ears, the words a gift between us. Your hand moving mine, you giving shape, form, and substance. I am plumbing the depths, listening to your music, imagining the original sound, hearing something celestial, eternal. O Muse of Muses, always be with me. Let my words reach my beloved. Let my heart manifest his treasure. Remembering and forgetting. I am storing everything together now. I am remembering and forgetting at the same time. My mind does not know what's in my heart. My heart doesn't know my mind. There are some things I will never forget. Unseen kindnesses, love unmeasured, the slender fingers of light after a storm, the laughter of dear ones for no reason at all. And then there are those things that arrive unannounced, here before I even know it, tears rolling down my face. Is it memory or something much deeper? Sometimes I feel I've seen it all before, like an old movie or television show. Where was I when I first saw it? It nags until I forget about it. I once held the world in the palms of my hands. I closed my eyes and breathed deeply. I am saying goodbye to all that I've known. Your love and grace displacing the past. Love will find me here and now. The beloved opening my eyes. The world is gone from my hands. There is nothing but his breath within me. Waiting. Asking my mother how soon dinner would be. when my favorite program would be on, how long a drive to the picnic grounds. I was always waiting, waiting, waiting. Later, waiting for my semester grades, for a letter from a girlfriend, for Christmas to finally arrive, for the new moon to become full, for my acceptance letter to college, for the phone to ring, the doorbell to buzz, for my team to have a winning season, for my poison ivy to stop itching. Those youthful days have passed, vanished like time abducted. Maybe a photo or two as reminders. Kodachrome turning into shades of gray. Now my waiting is of a different order. I have the patience of the stars and constellations. I am part of the infinite plan. I move according to you, my axis. You are my center, hub, mecca. You are my nucleus, locus, focus. You are my heart of hearts. I wait for union, union with you. I had to laugh as I was reading this. When I said, when my favorite program would be on, I used to ask my mother, when is Disneyland, Disney World go on? I used to love that show when I was a kid. The Eternal Date. I wrote this one on Amr TV. And I awoke, pondering what you have left us. Gardens where there were once deserts. Birdsong where there was just noise. A heart beating that had been stillborn. The poet, songwriter, and lover all ask the same question. How can we measure you? You who are so human, so infinite. Every morning I am amazed. You writing on my dull blank slate. I am here. I am always here. Revere me, love me, obey me. And so I try my best. I who once took all for granted, who never took anything seriously. I am now living and dying every moment. Are they the same thing? This living and dying, dying and living? The sun just poked its head from a cloud. The curtain of life and death opens and closes. The everlasting presence of God. He never leaves. He never goes. We cannot measure the immeasurable. He has left us everything. Heart. I laughed when the cardiologist enumerated each one, chronicling many diagnoses. He said he had never seen someone look so good. He had never seen someone so unworried. Bundle branch block, COPD, AFib, stenosis, regurgitation, diastolic heart failure, hypertension, hematuria, edema, sleep apnea, heart murmur, congestive heart failure, leaking mitral valve. There were others, but I've forgotten them. I am forgetting everything unimportant to me. The neighbor's noisy dog barking all day long. Somehow, I am forgetting that too. What I do remember, as I pass the days, looking at landscapes, clouds, stars, everything animate, alive. You enliven, embody creation. I remember you day in, day out. I am remembering you even when not remembering you. You, the heartsmith, the shaper and fashioner of hearts. My heart is becoming the dwelling of the Lord. When I forget myself, sitting, standing, gazing, I can hear my heartbeat speaking, Baba, Baba, oh beloved Baba. Battlefield. Another day on the battlefield. Opportunities for equipoise, faith, and cheerfulness. We never know what's coming our way. We face any and all adversities. Dawn comes, and we put on our battle dress. We don your mantle of protection, your sweet nuzzer with us throughout the day, your name protecting us all along the way. What do we care what may befall us? We have your assurance with every step. Your guarantee is ancient, eternal. We carry your banner into every circumstance. We cross the valleys of yesterday. We climb the mountains of today. There is never a tomorrow with you. Everything is before us. We look to you. We hear news and rumors of news of the world, all dubious, false, misleading, bogus. Someone told us there are no mistakes on this field. We say the prayer of repentance in response. Another day passes by. We sit around the campfire. We tell stories. We laugh. We weep. Stories about our commander, our captain, our Lord. Hiking. There were times when we hiked all day. Anita by my side, our day packs full, up and down and around the Blue Ridge, traversing streams and boggy places. I remember the deep wood late afternoon, filtered light on fungi and rotten logs, trudging into a clearing at high ground, surveying where we came from, where we were going. Anita is still by my side. The only hiking I do now is in dreams. It isn't the same. There is no satisfaction. I miss the vast unknowing and adventure of it all. One day we became lost in the woods. We must have taken an unmarked trail. We had no idea where we were going. The light was fading, the temperature falling. Just before darkness descended, watching birds return to their secluded nests, the sudden silence overspreading all, we unexpectedly wandered onto a highway. Looking back, I recall all these paths. Without a doubt, we traversed them all. Zigzags, straightaways, mountain passes, never realizing all our paths lead to you. And this one's appropriate to this month, titled February.
Did you write it?
Yeah.
This February?
Yeah, I did. This is the last poem I wrote a few days ago. The air is still. The sky is clouded. A solitary figure walks a solitary dog. Touching the window, my fingers register the temperature. I go back to gazing at you. Where I grew up, this month was the coldest. I remember mittens, gloves, scarves. I remember icicles and snowball fights. Sitting in class, listening to pipes knocking. Now the seasons meld. Maybe it is just my memory. Maybe it is just my time in life. February seems like a door, a portal. Where do we go from here, beloved? You are like the seasons. Your moods are quicksilver. I hold on for dear life and love. This morning, still in bed, I asked you to help me. I am always asking you to help me. You do so in unfathomable ways. I realize I have been gazing all morning at your face. I turn and look out the window, your face etched against the gray, gray sky. And that's all for today. Jai Baba.